Hey, I'm Scotty, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to sketch this cute cottage with my simple ink and watercolor sketching technique. So we're focusing on 2-point perspective, how to get the main shapes in perspective as well as all those details without seeing the two vanishing points. So the first thing I need to do is find the edge that's closest to me. So we can see on the reference those two dots. I'm still doing it somewhere in the middle of the page here, but a dot here, and you can make it any length you really like as long as it fits on the page. But before we go any further, we're going to use our pencil. So we see the horizon line here, it's just a little bit lower than halfway. So I put a dot here and draw a line across the page lightly like this. So looking at the height there, it's about 2/3. So you can use your fingers, you can use a ruler as well and measure, but I'm just roughly measuring. So you can add a point like that. You can have a check the angles if you like with your pen. So that distance there, that edge, if we measure it off to the side, it's actually just slightly less, directly above, and giving it a nice angle for that roof line too. So between these 2 points here, let's do a very loose line. Hold your pen lightly. Speed doesn't always mean that it's looser. Just add nice. See, I'm adding some character. If it's the rough paper helps as well with that. Like that. So we go across a third, put a dot, and go across another third and put a dot. We can go across. That in about the middle there is about that point on the roof. We can come down here and put a dot here. See how it's a bit higher, and the tiles, it comes out quite far here. That length, same angle, and putting it up here. So we can add that in too, like that, and then back the other way. And I'm going to make this a very rough edge because of the tiles. So go down around that chimney and then now up to here. This is not going into the details, just getting that main shape. So I'm angling that back. So we have all of the main structures. Now we want to go into the detail. Let's draw a wavy line, give it a width. And that'll give the viewer just the idea that they're tiles. It's okay, and as they go further away here, they get close together. See how wobbly my lines are? Now let's just draw these vertical lines like this. But lots of character. Set those in. So we can go down here. Outline those stairs, putting a line there like that. See the angle? Lines perfectly vertical down there, and we can divide that up, and on this side. There we go. And now those angled beams. Historic tools hint a few bricks, and now let's follow that down. But I'm just following these lines, and just go slowly. Door handle, and we've got these hinges. We don't have to add every line for every piece of timber. And in the trees, so we're not going to sketch all the branches. We're just going to be very impressionistic and draw the edge. I'm just looking at the branches to get an idea, something like that. So we're going burnt sienna. You can have a bit of alizarin crimson or rose. There like that. Just bring it down. Block it on just roughly. Yellow ochre mixed with a tiny bit of Payne's grey in there. Just going across. This is sap green because it's a yellow green. So just pulling that around. And then as we go down, you can add viridian green, which is more of a blue green because it's darker at the bottom. Like through there, across this way like this. And then as we're coming down, let's add some Payne's grey. Broad strokes here. I've got Payne's grey, and it gets a little bit darker in this corner on this side. Go across here, this beam. Looks nice like that. And here, we're just simplifying it. Now I've done the flat colors, the next step is to add some lighting. So I'll do my shadows, which is this mixture here, and it's ultramarine, and then we add a bit of rose. Now the lighting's coming down from the top, so right across there, so you can see that a bit further down there. We have a big shadow under here, so go in there as well. Right along there, it's quite darker in there. So we're going to add some darker spots now with some highlights, dots and splatters for the branches, little strokes here like that. Be a bit darker here. A second layer of just darker spots. Even through here we can add some. And for some final touches we can add the highlights, and I've got my Posca pen, PC1M. We can add a few dots here just to highlight that edge. There's the edge of here too, and on the edge of these bricks here. Trying to make them as random as possible. And that's my final result of this cute cottage in 2-point perspective. If you want to see the full tutorial without any cuts, it's over on my Patreon page, and we've got the reference there and a template, and I go a lot more into depth in this one with the theory behind it. So there's a whole section there which I've cut out on YouTube, which goes into the theory of two-point perspective, which is really great for beginners. Otherwise, there's another tutorial here on YouTube you can watch right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.